pray. This is the problem with being prayerless. Normally, I don't pray when I think I've got it under control. And so, like, a prayerless man is a very independent man of the Lord. And so that should be our whole prayer life in general, is just full dependence on the Lord. But fasting is just like up in the ante. Again, position yourself like, Lord, I'm desperate for you to move and to work in this situation. And I'm lowering myself and my desires for that. I'm dying. Like, fasting is dying to the flesh on steroids.
Yeah.
And so she does it in time of desperation. So again,
Yeah, I think that also shows the importance of, it wasn't just her fasting, right? It was,
yeah,
she was calling on other people to do it as well. And like, I mean, we'll
sure.
do this in January at our church, but I think
Yeah,
like if you got something you're praying about as a church or whatever, everyone getting on board and fasting together and praying together, right? It's creating unity in the body, but it's
yeah,
also up in the ante a little. Like, I don't know if that's the right phrase, but everybody doing it together. It's a big deal.
yeah, yeah. So I remember when I first went to Greater Hope, and the fasting was a thing that they were, Lee and it was already doing, and that kind of thing. I can remember uh, kind of like, it wasn't a shocking thing to me, I don't guess, but I kind of always thought about, when I thought about fasting, I always thought about the Sermon on the Mount passage, which we talked about, but where he says, like, pretty much keep it in secret. And so I never really realized in Scripture how much you do see corporate prayer and fasting. And so that's what that
Yeah.
is. Like you're talking about, it's not just, so like if you're fasting by yourself, what would my advice to you scripturally would be like, don't go broadcast it, everybody. There's no need.
No.
But on the flip side of that, you also do see a lot in Scripture, and probably more in Scripture, where people corporately pray and fast. And so, yeah, you
No.
got that in Esther. You've got the example in Jonah. You've got Acts 13. That's a group of people praying and fasting. The church there praying and fasting. Acts 14, when they're ordaining elders, they're praying and fasting. It's obviously not a one-man deal. There's several people praying and fasting. The church is. And so, yeah, definitely a great thing. And maybe someone's listening to this and they're in church leadership. They're a pastor, deacon, or something. And maybe, you're getting serious about that or wanting to. Man, I would encourage you to consider maybe not starting a church-wide fast. Like, that could be abrasive if someone has no context for that and they've never done that. But maybe your leadership prays and fasts at the beginning of the year, something like that. Something our church does, and we make it public to the whole church. But the Lord definitely shows that in His Word as a thing. So
No.
it can be good.